Hi, today I want to share the mosaic tile technique. The first step in the process is to cut random sized pieces from your leftover rubber scraps. Once you have a handful of pieces, you can mount them to a block, whether you choose a clear mount block or I chose to use the back side of one of my wood mount background stamps. The trick when placing the pieces on the block is to make sure that you get them as close to each other as possible. Once you have all of the pieces on your block, you now have a custom mosaic tile stamp that you can use to repeat this process as often as you like. So the first step is to stamp your image on a light color piece of cardstock and color it in if necessary. Then you're going to want to take your Versamark ink pad and ink up your mosaic tile background stamp, making sure that you get good, complete ink coverage. Then you're going to stamp over your image and make sure that you get all the way to the edge of the image panel. Then with clear embossing powder, I am going to completely cover the image panel and just tap off the extra. Then we're going to, with our heat tool, we're going to heat emboss. And as you heat emboss, you can see it starts to turn kind of shiny. This lets you know that the process is working. So once you have it completely done, you'll want to set it aside and make sure that it's completely cool before you move on to the next step. For the next step, we're going to take a brayer and a dark ink, and it's important that you use a slightly darker ink color than the one you chose to ink your image, to stamp your image in. So I'm just going to ink up the brayer, and then I'm going to cover it, making sure that I get all the way to the edges, and making sure I get in all of the cracks. Then once it's completely inked up, I'm going to take a paper towel or a tissue and just wipe off all of the excess ink. What this does is it allows the ink to stay down in the cracks where the cardstock is still shining through, but then it takes the ink off of where the embossing powder was. And there you have it, a mosaic tile panel that you can use to create a unique card or a gift tag.